This is the second video in my USA series. The US Embassy sent me and a bunch of other social media people to the US, and we went to Washington DC, Indianapolis, which is where this vlog was filmed, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and also LA. And it was to explore American values, and the trip was based around 4 TV shows. So Indianapolis was Parks and Rec. Indianapolis was one of my favourite places from the entire trip. I absolutely loved Indy so much. We all just loved it, and we're all going to move there. So if you want more information on the trip, I talked about it a wee bit more in the last vlog. If you haven't watched the last vlog from Washington DC, you should go and watch it. But I also have another video that I'll link below where I explain the whole process of this trip and like how it came about and stuff. But this is my Indy vlog, and I had a ball. Immediately when I got to Indianapolis, I felt more relaxed than I did in Washington DC. It seemed like a more laid back place. There are lots of things I noticed about each individual place, and those could be videos in themselves, but I loved Indy. Like, everybody was so friendly. It was just a very relaxed place, and we did so much. The US Embassy have no say on what we filmed, and there was no requirement to film these vlogs, so this is all my own like opinions. They don't have any say over what goes up after the trip. It'll probably be similar if it's not the same line. Hey girl. We are in our fancy ass bus for a week. We had an early night. No. We had an early rise. We're in Indianapolis. Everybody's here. Just look at this. She's so camera ready. We're standing outside.
What camera? This must no. Oh, that was bad. I was trying to do Scottish accent.
Scottish.
So we're currently at Indianapolis Airport. Is that bad?
You creep.
I wish I was back home in Scotland. I adapted that.
I would walk 500 miles and I would not 500 more. Once we landed, the first place that we went to was a place called Public Greens, which the food was amazing. But the restaurant actually funds a foundation that give food from the kitchens to like underprivileged families and kids that are homeless and things like that. So it's all for a good cause, and the I can't even describe how good the food was.
Are you crying? I was really sad.
Push it outside or inside, or just kind of checking it out?
Baby told me that my hand. Are you excited to be in Indianapolis?
Close as you can get.
I actually have never been more thrilled to be like a little bit cold. It's lovely. The temperature's so good.
My dad's from
We're getting.
Indiana.
I bet the food.
The team up here.
It looks so good.
College, the only one.
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
This is needed.
Enjoy it.
It's a neat place.
In for a band.
It would be a good day for a band. You look like a hooligan.
2 times out of.
So aside from the fact that this trip was based on Parks and Rec, a lot of this trip was based around sports, and I'm not someone that's really, I'm not interested in sports, but I found a lot of this really interesting. So the NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletics Association. We had a meeting with them to discuss like diversity, inclusion, lots of really interesting kind of things relating to that. A little presenter in the making there. Yeah.
Watch the blind side.
Amy, who is also on the trip, goes into a lot more depth about it in her vlog, so you should go and watch her vlog because she's way better with words than I am, and she words things just so much better than I could. It's good seeing different people's experiences as well. We also saw the Hall of Champions, which was interesting as well. Again, I didn't know an awful lot about what was going on because I'm definitely not a sports person, but I still enjoyed it and it was a good experience. Oh hey, you always come in at the right moment. Let's play some b-ball. so needy.
I am your tour guide at Heath. So right here we've got the Indiana State Museum, which was founded by Mr. Indiana State in 1973. And now over here we've got the good old oak tree, which my grandfather planted in 1875, which is still standing strong after.
And I have it on my leg.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one. That's the one. That's on video.
So we literally just finished at the NCAA.
Yes.
Yeah, NCAA. And that was quite good. We had a lot of fun playing some basketball as well. And we got to literally see the link
really good.
between sports and American colleges and how it's really part of their culture. So yeah, it's been great. Now we're heading off to the hotel because some of us are sweaty and yeah.
Me. I now don't have to explain what we did, so thank you very much.
No problemo.
One of the most interesting parts of this trip was our home hospitality, and all of us had to split up either on our own or with another person, and we would go into somebody's home and they would make us dinner and we would get to spend time with this family or whoever it was, and we all had very different experiences. Like for example, Cass and Abby got to have dinner with Kelly Mitchell, who you'll hear more about in this video. So they had like a completely different experience to what we did. They talked a lot about politics, obviously. They all had very clashing, opposing views, which I wish I was there. I wish I was a fly in the wall for that dinner because it sounded so interesting, because they just completely disagreed about everything, but they still had this like really nice dinner. I didn't put a lot in about our dinner because I must say, like, it's nice. I don't want to slag the family. Like, as nice as the family were, it was a really weird experience and the whole thing was just bizarre. Maybe one day I'll do a video about it, I don't know, because I don't want the family to see it and then feel bad. At the end of the entire thing, once we got back, I was just so out of my comfort zone and so like, what just happened, that I started crying. So then we went to the pub afterwards just to kind of meet the others and talk about what happened. And I just couldn't stop crying. And then that's what you'll see. There's a bit where I go, Cleona, how was the home hospitality? And I don't even give her a chance to answer because I'm like, great. Because it was just so, I didn't even want to go into it. I was just out of my comfort zone the entire time. But it was definitely an experience, and it was also still a highlight of the trip. And plus, like, their house was amazing. It was just strange to be in an American family's house having dinner with them. And we did get into some interesting topics and things over dinner. But it was just overall a very strange experience. I'm in the hotel in Indianapolis, and I'll explain properly later, but I'm just about to go and get dinner with a host family, which will be really interesting. So I need to go. That was so funny. We're literally gonna get another knee.
Phoebe's laugh is almost certainly always better than the joke.
Honestly, this has happened so many times where someone's made a joke and Phoebe's laugh is just the funniest thing ever. We are waiting to go for dinner. Why am I going
At our home hospitality.
Our home hospitality. I don't think I've introduced you, Phoebe. This is like Phoebe's like the how do you explain Superwoman?
Superwoman.
Yeah, she's I don't even know how she describes Phoebe.
No, I'm just lucky to be on a trip with you. We're like learning. I feel like we've done so much learning.
We have, it's amazing. I know, I'm so
And your guys is like
So cool.
Oh, wow.
oh my god!
Okay, I'm stopping. All right.
That is amazing.
Okay, and then when you pass it over there, there's even a big one. Here's the one that I told you about.
Oh my god!
I promised.
That is so
I
cool.
promise. Okay, and this is the Sports Legend experience. So they have all these different sports
so
things
busy.
in here.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's pretty big.
Oh,
and
huge.
yeah. And
Oh my
they have
god,
all
that tree?
Just keep
all
going.
these, yeah, that's the Indy race cars. So very cute, right?
Right. We just had our home hospitality. Cleona, how was the home hospitality? Great. We just had a moment, right? I was saying how I get really nervous around new people. I was so it's been 3 days and I am in love with these. I love these people so much. Happy. I love everyone. We're all so much. I love you. It's the next morning. It's 8:20. I'm about to go meet everybody in the lobby. We just had breakfast, some of us. Today we've got a pretty exciting packed day. We're going to a farm and we're going to a baseball game later. Cleona gave me these sunglasses to wear because I've lost mine. I've never worn bigger sunglasses in my life. Like, look at the size of these.
So for the afternoon, as opposed to going to my offices at the International Center, which is just a block away, we'll go to the Indiana State House. And who had dinner with Kelly Mitchell last night? You had the dinner with Kelly Mitchell, so...
Did you enjoy it?
So,
And we met Catherine.
and Catherine. So Catherine's going to meet us at the State House. So Catherine's seat is the Director of External Affairs and Communications Director for the Kelly Mitchell, who's the Treasurer of the state of Indiana. She will be our guide through the State House. We'll touch on kind of women's and leadership and look at statewide elected official women's leaders and visit the different chambers and talk about the participation of women in elected positions, which in Indiana, as we'll come find out, is pretty low.
We went to a family-run farm to learn about the farming industry, so that was interesting because I know nothing about farms. Like, it was just strange and funny to be on a farm in Indianapolis learning about farming. Like, it was just so bizarre. So they turned their for-profit farm to a not-for-profit operation.
Over here in front of me and behind you, you'll see one of the newest additions, though. In my mind, farmers have been harvesting the sun for a millennia. We've been taking the sun's energy, and our crops then transform that into something for us to sell. I've taken it one step further, and we've put in about 200 kilowatts of solar panels in the last year.
Check the size of this wheel. I've never been next to such a big wheel. There was a really funny bit where one of the people on the farm, I won't say who, noticed that Amy had like dust and dirt on her bum from like climbing on the tractor. They said that we could go up and take pictures in the tractor. The person was like, well, I don't want to wipe down her bum because that's weird, so I had to stand and wipe down Amy's bum.
We were in the dirt and the dust.
That's on camera. Ride it. I need you.
Beetlejuice. Has anyone seen Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Do they die in one of these at the start? The parents.
So my vision turned out quite nice. My dress. Did you hear about? I had a vision on the bus.
Every piece of art that has this little guy underneath of it is part of a project that we have here. It's the Hoosier Women Artist Competition. So that's along with the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Indiana. We put on this competition that allows women artists from all around the state to submit artwork, and then we get to select them and then they hang in our office for a year.
Rich man's sing up. What are we doing? Cornhole! Cornhole!
We're making sure we don't get any woodies.
I'm excited.
Play
Cool.
to 21.
Right.
Y'all aren't gonna play to 21. Just so the Brits are the orange and then the Americans are the yellow. So. Or Yanks, is that what y'all call us?
No, we wouldn't call you that.
Go on, Abby. Do the country cry.
Oh!
You have one.
Oh! eBay! I feel like I should be a cheerleader. Go Phoebe!
Okay, go on, Aaron.
Okay. I was really trying to do like.
Oh, close. Yeah! Okay, you. You got it too cocky there. How are you feeling after your cornhole?
I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, everybody that supported
The
me
US
through
Embassy.
that. The US Embassy for sending me here. Everyone for just supporting me through my cornhole experience. And it's been great. Thank you. For
Well
cornhole
done,
for
well
having me.
done.
And then we went to a baseball game, and I didn't think I was going to enjoy this because, again, not a sports person. Me and some of the group are having... I just turned it away. I turned it away and she said hello. We're just having a few drinks before we go to a baseball game. We're all very excited. Excited for the game?
Yeah, I'm can't wait to get a wee foam finger. Oh, it's basketball, isn't it?
Baseball, it's all about passion. It's about suspense. It's
oh, I'm joking. It was really interesting. Again, I keep saying everything's interesting, but it was interesting. We got to sit right at this side of the pitch. Is it called a pitch? I know so much about baseball. I only see these kind of things in films and TV shows, so it's so strange to me to experience it myself, hear all the music and like the kiss cam and all that. It's like these are actually real things that happen in real life. That was a fun game. The baseball game was actually one of the highlights of my US trip, and I never thought that that would ever be the case.
I'm going to try a corn dog for the first time in my life at a baseball game. I quite like it. First corn dog ever.
I just complimented Cass on his smell.
Can we just go to the toilet?
So I just complimented Cass on his smell.
Hello.
Can you explain your smell?
It's actually my grandmother bought it for me from the Buckingham Palace gift shop, and it's the eau de toilette Buckingham Palace of.
By the way, his grandmother is the queen.
That's not a real thing.
You can get it if you go to Buckingham Palace. Have a look. They have an eau de toilette.
Can we meet that
It's the next day. Oh my god, my voice. I've had probably about 5 hours sleep. Going to go down for breakfast in a minute. And yeah, last night the baseball game was so much fun. Today we have a couple of meetings. We're on our way to City of Fishers. We're a bit delusional. I don't know what you're
Follow me, Kate. I can be on a McCartney.
Fishers is so lovely. There's a big sense of community in Fishers, which we could feel as soon as we got there. We met with the City of Fishers and they were talking about how they run like free events and things for the community and how they do lots of kind of community based things to try and better the place. And they were talking about like the developments they were going to do in the future, and pretty nice place. So we're all going to move there and have babies there.
And this goes all the way up north past, like, I don't know if you guys know Noblesville, even further north than that, and then down to Indianapolis. There hasn't been a train running on it for years. Fishers partnered with Noblesville and Indianapolis, and we are making it a trail. So we are taking out the historic railroad, and then this fall we're going to start building a pedestrian trail that will let people walk a total of just 5 miles in Fishers, but then connect to like go more miles downtown. They'll actually be able to eventually go around all of Indianapolis and all the suburbs on this trail.
I want to do bad things. Have you seen True Blood? Have you seen True Blood?
No.
What are you thinking of Fishers?
Me? I think I would raise a family here.
She's decided that's it, she's moving to Fishers.
Yeah.
We really like it here.
I think it's absolutely lovely.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice sense of community.
I think I still sound like I'm drunk.
What do you mean you don't drink?
No, I don't. I know I don't drink.
Have you got nice neighbours, Peter?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
We then visited Indy Parks, the Parks and Rec team, and we met Linda Broadfoot, who is like the real life Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec. We got to see how they use the space for different things, and then we got to learn a little bit about the history of the place and what they used to use it for. So we got to go in this big, long, creepy, haunted tunnel where they used to keep wild animals. It's mad.
So they would bring like exotic animals here and then showcase them to people. Like that's what this park was all about, was people were Indy's oldest park. They would bring in bears and lions and tigers and all kinds of different animals for people to like see up close. Kind of crazy, like the way they did it. And this happened to be, this building's had many lives, but its earliest life was to bring these bears and lions in and store them. And because they're wild animals, they obviously can't just bring them in through the front door where they can, you know, maybe harm somebody. So they basically carved out a tunnel. If you look at the front of my building, there's a big hill. Underneath that hill is where this bear tunnel goes. And it's cemented in now, but so they would come all the way to that end and bring the bears in. And there's this creepy little room with a big dungeony door that they would like that is not nearly enough room for a bear, but they put the bear in there, so that's what you're gonna see.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
This is the creepy room that's now storage. A very messy storage space, don't judge us. But this ancient door is what they use to like trap the bears in.
Looks heavy.
Super creepy. I get scared coming down here by myself because I'm like scared of everything.
Yeah, no, I would be too.
Unfortunately, the lights don't work in the tunnel.
Oh god.
And beware of cobwebs. Like watch your girls, watch your girls.
Are there any stories about it being haunted? Was anyone killed by a bear?
There are lots of, there's been some stories about this building. It's been around for a long time. I haven't encountered anything other than like noises or footsteps, and I will run because I am scared. So,
Have you never heard like a phantom grow?
No, my George, the man you guys all waved to earlier, before this building was renovated, he claims that he saw a woman with long black hair. So I'm like, I like literally scared myself of my own reflection because I have black hair once. I was like, it's going.
Oh my goodness.
So go for it. You might need a flashlight.
Is anyone
going to get my flashlight?
Yeah.
Look at that egg. Oh, I don't like that. I'm not going to get that egg. I'm not going to lie. I'm shaking myself.
There's a big cobweb. Oh, it's a shadow. I thought it was a spider.
Alright, let's get out of here.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Oh hey, fancy meeting you here. Oh my god!
Thank you.
Oh!
Yeah, kind of warm in here.
Yeah.
Starting here soon. They have a beer garden out here, and so just like after work type thing, people come out here and just have beer, and they have different themes for each week, and it's really
so
fun.
nice. It was just a very pretty place, so it was interesting learning about that because I love my parks. I'm in Amy's room just now. We are all wearing our the guy that was doing the tour, Peter, shout out to Peter. He gave us all these indie t-shirts.
We love Peter.
We love Peter, represent. So we're all wearing them out tonight. We're just going to go for drinks and then we're going to go for dinner. Hey! Yay! Have you enjoyed today?
Yeah, I really have. I really liked the park thing that we went to last.
Yeah.
And I really like Fishers. I think I'm going to move here.
Yeah, we're going to have a family, not together, but...
I'm open to it.
Everyone's wearing their t-shirt. Oh, there's a man behind me, sorry. Everyone's wearing their t-shirts. Look at your friend there.
I think we all
apart from Abby.
Our t-shirts, apart from Abby.
Letting the team down. But I mean, we'll let her away with it because it's Abby. We're in an Indian.
I'm drinking a
No,
beer
she asked me for my number.
So we just had some lovely Indian food. We were very sensible tonight. I've just packed all my stuff. We're up very early tomorrow. We have to meet at like 6:30 in the morning and then we have a flight. And yeah, we're off to Albuquerque. I've loved Indiana. I really liked Fishers. Yeah, Indiana, it was very different to DC, and I know that each state is going to be very different. But Indiana was very friendly. People talked to you in the street, and DC wasn't like that at all. Nobody spoke to each other, but in Indianapolis it was like, you know, everybody was chatting and people were commenting on our accents and people were talking in the street, and I made friends with a really tall man. Yeah, no, I really liked it. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm definitely pleasantly surprised. I've loved it. We're up early to go to Albuquerque in New Mexico, which is the next vlog that you'll see, so keep an eye out for that because Albuquerque, again, New Mexico, favourite place that I went to in the US out of all the places. I know I loved Indy, but that vlog will be good. I think. I've not edited it yet. Don't know what the footage is like yet, but I'm sure it'll be good. And again, it was just so nice to bond with these people that I was with on the trip. I love them. I'm meeting them next week. They're all coming to Scotland. I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed this indie vlog and let me know what you thought. If you want notified of when I upload, click the wee notification bell and click subscribe if you've not subscribed yet and you enjoy my content. Why are you not subscribed? So thanks very much for watching and I'll see you later.